This episode is sponsored by LadyFootlocker.com. You have a lot going on. Work, school, friends, kids, cocktail parties. Go prepared and look good while you're doing it. Head to everydaydrinkers.tv/lady to save 10% off orders $50 or more at LadyFootlocker.com. Welcome to Common Man Cocktails. I'm your host, Derek Schomer. Today we're going to mix it up. So what we do here, we're going to create the Brazilian Martini. This recipe was submitted by the Shred Way. The Brazilian Martini, unlike the regular Martini, which I guess would be the American Martini or the New York Martini, I don't know what you want to call it. This recipe is going to have cachaça. So we're using Boca Louca cachaça and authentic handcrafted premium Brazilian rum. My guess is if you're in Brazil, this would not be what you drink. You probably drink something probably even more real authentic, not marketed. But we in the U.S., limited on what we can have, so that's what we're going to work with. I'm sure it's pretty darn close to what you guys might have in Brazil, but we work with what we have. It might even be harder for people in Europe, Canada, I don't know. So this is going to be in a cocktail glass because it's a martini, and it's going to have 2 ounces of cachaça. It's going to be shaken. It's going to have some juice. Don't need any cranberry juice in this recipe. So what I'll do is 2 ounces of cachaça, an ounce and a half, that's a lot, and a half ounce, rather, of simple syrup. That gets us our sweetness. And we're going to have a half ounce of lime juice, which is half of this. So once I put my sour mix in, that is my sour. Once I put my simple syrup in, you pretty much are building on the fly a sweet sour mix. So that's kind of cool. You got that. And you could probably be a little more formal about it and bottle it like I do with my simple syrup. It's going to have, I'm not going to put the top on yet, some syrup on the edge. But here's the key ingredient, and by key I mean a lot of these are key ingredients, but this one definitely is a key ingredient. This is passion fruit juice. We're going to use a half ounce of passion fruit juice, and that may change the look and feel of the drink. So just combine these both together. Done. And what we have now is what looks to be kind of like a lime-looking glass of martini. Contrary to the skin, which is red, the inside is more of like a yellowy, greeny look to it. So, not as impressive as if we used, say, pomegranates, or apparently cactus fruit, or whatever. Not that that's like the top thing I was thinking of for fruits that have color, but we'll shake that up. Alright, strain it into a chilled martini glass. Mine is not necessarily as chilled as I would want it to be. Kind of doing this, winging it as I go here. We'll even garnish it. I used a lime wheel. You can use a lime wedge. You can use, I don't know, whatever. I think you want to go with the lime wheel because that looks pretty kick-ass. Go with this. It just dips a little bit into the liquidy beverage. So there you go. I like it. Very sexy, yet simple at the same time. That's the Brazilian Martini. Smells like cachaça. Big time. Whoa, yeah. So, like a good martini, typically a little higher on the alcohol content. If you're not a martini drinker because the potency's up there, but you want to drink a martini or something that has a martini in the name, this is not the drink for you. If you're looking for something like that, you want to go something more sweeter, like a chocolate martini or something in that direction. Going with this, although it's not too sour, you get the lime taste, like authentic freshly squeezed lime, which I use, with the simple syrup together, and then the fruit from the what do I call it? The passion fruit. It's unique in taste. It's very unique, especially the cachaça, which is not something that everybody has every day. Here, maybe in Brazil, you have these guys for breakfast. I don't know, but here, this is much different than your standard martini. Potent, very strong underlying cachaça taste. The passion fruit is very hard to find, mainly because all these big flavors coming in there. You get your limes, you've got that little sweetness, there's a little bitterness, but that Brazilian rum flavor really rides high on this drink. So there you go. Look for something focused with the use of cachaça. I'm your host, Derek Schomer, for the Brazilian Martini by Shredway, the Shredway on, I think, YouTube. We're teaching you how to drink at everydaydrinkers.tv.
Keep